soft. He was invaded by USA last time, I believe. If you click in the players list.
Zoft was actually playing as Scotland, and he's now playing as Nova Scotia, I believe.
Nova Scotia.
Yeah.
Ah, okay. He tagged over with Nova Scotia, because I think like he was playing New Scotland before or something, and then the USA attacked him to take over the provinces. This is very interesting. Gonna see how this turns out. Meanwhile, Netherlands are pretty passive, I think.
Yeah, we've had a lot of discussion about the Netherlands in the last couple of sessions. They are pretty much en route to be one of the strongest nations in the game. If you look at the score comparison over time, the Netherlands are actually in third place, getting almost 6 points a month, but they don't have. We were looking at the diplomatic rating.
Twice as much as month they have right now.
Yeah.
And the Mughals in Russia probably going to start losing score.
Yeah, especially Russia that is being attacked quite heavily at the moment. The Mughals, however, still have some opportunity to extend, but they had to release a couple of territories.
Yeah, the rebels managed to declare independence, it seems.
Meanwhile, Poland is almost completely and utterly...
The question is, how will they partition Poland?
Well, I think I wouldn't be surprised if Brandenburg gets the territories that have already been allocated, especially Ostpreußen, and immediately turn into Prussia. Yeah. Because Jakob, the player who plays Brandenburg, has a significant hard-on for Germany. Yeah. So I wouldn't be surprised. And proto Germany, i.e. Russia, is really the nation that he wants to play as.
Any self-respecting Brandenburg player should always have the goal of forming Prussia,
at least,
and then Germany.
Out of the Holy Roman Empire.
No, I think you should sort of leave it.
True. You could technically also form Germany through Prussia, through Poland, by culture flipping.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a weird way of doing things, but it's still definitely possible. In the meantime, Poland, I just don't see it happening anytime soon. They have... they actually have had...
Poland is pretty much out. I think, like, recapping very far back, I think a mistake Johan did was he focused too much on having too much manpower.
Brandenburg just... So, yeah, the war is over. And Brandenburg did not get Ostpreußen.
Wait, so did they just at war with Russia now?
No, they... Yeah.
But that's... Why
would they do that?
Why would they want to be at war with Russia? I don't... Who peaced out?
I have no idea. It's just Russia versus the previously mentioned nations.
Did someone backstab someone right now? Or why would they... like, take nothing from that?
Yeah, they literally, they took nothing from this.
It's just Brandenburg attacking now.
No, Brandenburg is, it's still Austria, it's still Bohemia.
Yeah, Brandenburg is the only one moving into Russia. The other ones just went home.
No, but Russia's manpower pool is almost completely depleted. Yeah. And they only have maybe 70,000 troops. Well, there's about 120,000 troops remaining. And if you look at the Brandenburgians, they still have 60,000, extras.
I was so surprised. What happened? Why did Poland join the war if it's... Who pieced him up?
Excuse me, I need to kick somebody from the chat.
This is so weird. Like, I thought that was the plan, for just to attack, like, Poland through... I don't even know. We're gonna have to ask them later. It's gonna be interesting to see.
Yeah, they didn't even take Poznan, and Brandenburg has a claim. Is it because of... Maybe they couldn't get... How does Landfried... Maybe it's something I don't understand about Landfried not being...
It just prevents declaring war.
Yeah.
You can still take stuff, because, Bohemia did with the vassal thing.
That's true. For those people that were watching last week and they were wondering how on earth Bohemia actually declared war on Bavaria, while Landfried was in place. Basically, Bavaria had a vassal outside of the Holy Roman Empire, and they declared war on that vassal, and then Bavaria automatically became war leader, and he managed to take Brittany. So I think it was Brittany that was the vassal.
No, I think it was over here in whatever that province is called.
In this
Bourbon or something.
Yeah, something along. Well, France as a core, but France doesn't exist in this game anymore. The war is not going well here for the Russians.
Nope.
What are the Brandenburgians doing? And more importantly, how much the plan was not getting Ostpreußen?
Yeah, I think it was so weird of them.
Oh, they got Danzig, though.
Ah, okay, Danzig.
But that's still not the territories they need.
Yeah, they need Ostpreußen as well, I believe.
Yeah. Prussia, creating Kingdom of Prussia. that is own of Ostpreußen and be at peace. So it's not really, or is it an option? Hold on, let me check.
No, it's pretty sure it's...
Yeah, I'm pretty sure as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need to have Ostpreußen and be reformed in order to get it.
Or Protestant.
Yeah.
This is very surprising to me. Like, sure, I know like the Brandenburg can expand into Russia, but I would really have expected them to go for Poland first. Because Poland right now doesn't really contribute to anything. Like, if they find a reason or like a way to carve them up easily, they just could. So I'm wondering, like, really what's the plan there? Like, what's happening with the Ottomans now? Is that the whole thing pieced out, or?
No, the Ottomans are still at war with the Ming, but they've got a bit of a problem here.
Why are Aragon sieging rebels? In the yeah, there, Syria. Peculiar.
Yeah, it's Grugy being Grugy.
Is he sieging Gondar or Mordor?
No, Mordor's down here.
I'm surprised he didn't even send 5,000 troops to go down and...
Just to check it out?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, there's a couple of vassals down here that are being problematic. For those people that weren't aware, we also have some new players entering the game. Enter Real Bogart, who's playing here as Corsica, and I was talking to Grugy before the game, and he was saying, you know what, he's new, he's my vassal, I'm going to give him some territory here in Northern Africa, and he's new to the studio, so say hi to him if you're on the forums or something like that. In the meantime, I'm doing some pretty heavy moderating on the channel chat as well, because we had a Chinese spam bot in there just now, which was kind of curious. Anyway, Russia is being overrun. Ming, in the meantime, is still...
I'm still very curious what's happening. So they are in the lead war score-wise versus the Mughals now.
The Mughals have low war enthusiasm, and everybody is...
No, you see, it's only the Mughals now. The Ottomans and the Mamluks have peaced out. How did they peace out? What's the terms?
Probably no terms. I don't see anything being...
I'm surprised they peaced out the Mamluks with no terms, though. Maybe he will sell him Gondar.
Maybe. I haven't seen anything along those lines. Meanwhile, Ming is actually looking pretty good at the moment. They have about... Wow, look at those cannons. They have 104,000 pieces of artillery. And they actually have about 400,000 troops versus the Mughal side. They got nothing.
Nope. Well, actually, 36,000 cannons is not too bad.
They have 104,000.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Mughals manpower pool has been completely reduced to 15k as well. Whereas Ming, Ming has got 800 left, but they're actually in a position to make demands at this point.
And also in Ming's excuse, he took over the country from the AI, so he didn't really pick the perfect ideas for that country. I'm actually surprised how they managed to turn that war, because like they've still occupied a large chunk of Ming. And the war score is 35% in Ming's favor.
Yeah, it's mainly because of several major battles that were fought.
Yeah, I can imagine.
So let's take a look here. Wow. Russian soldiers killed, a 17 war score from Russian soldiers.
Yeah.
Then Aragonese 16. Yeah, that's kind of ridiculous, actually. The first... I actually don't see any big Mughal victories.
No, I don't think they won any.
Oh, the Zhao have formed.
By rebels?
By rebels. And they've immediately peaced out as well. The Zhao are currently... They're not really a vassal or anything. There's currently a peace treaty that's currently being...
I believe he accepted it.
Yeah, he did. And Zhao is now a thing. So, yeah, Ming is not doing particularly great, even though they're ahead of the war score.
Were those Mughal troops in Ming, or, like... Is it just sieging everything back?
Well, there's no Mughal troops here at all.
Interesting.
They're all over here. And
so I'm wondering, are Aragon and Portugal and Venice gonna ship more troops to India and do something more?
I don't know. We haven't seen any indications of, and in the case of Aragon, they've got quite a ways to go.
But Portugal certainly has the presence. It probably has an island nearby.
What? Poland leads a personal union with Bavarian Peru?
What?
What? Bavarian Peru.
I haven't even seen it.
So we have a Bavarian Peru.
That somehow got independent and is in a PU under Poland.
What? Bavarian Peru is a vassal of Aragon.
No, what?
No, I'm looking at Siena, sorry.
Oh.
Is a personal union under Poland. What?
That's so random.
Bavarian... Okay. So Bavarian Peru is now a thing. While we're looking around, actually.
Like, check Bavaria's ideas. I just want to see, like, how did we never see that he actually...
managed to get any colonization done, yeah.
How does
expansion ideas.
But he doesn't even have any ports, does he?
Well, he did have ports in Brittany for a little while.
But wait, so he colonized all of that from
this. He actually still has this.
Ah. So, the port to the New World.
The port to the New World to Bavarian Peru.
Yeah. Interesting.
Let's go take a look here at the actual colonies. Nova Scotia, which is being played by the Forbidden Zone. You know, because that's
so
Port Despair.
Goose Creature.
Yeah.
Silly names.
Sorry, what? Oh, Goose Creature, yeah. Rurapente, which is pretty standard. Hadley's Hope. That's a nice Aliens reference there.
USA.
USA. That's a nice colony as well. The Northern Military District.
What?
And then we have, of course, Japan, and finally, my personal favorite, glorious Australia, even. I'm actually kind of disappointed that Malaya did not call this Australia with a L-Y at the end, because you know Malaya, right?
Yeah.
Australia. See what I did there?
Yep.
Anyway, welcome to the stream. We just had the first introductionary stuff for you guys. We've already played an hour, and we haven't even talked about any of the patch notes that we have for this week. There's actually quite a lot of stuff going on in this week. Actually, I have about 2 pages.
But I think we should take a quick look at the wars before we go into.
Yeah, let's take a quick look at wars while we're at it.
We have Russia and we have the Mughals.
Yeah, I think Bavaria has already. Yeah, Bavaria pieced out and took all of this. So Bavaria took...
Brandenburg took...
Oh, yeah, Bavaria. My apologies. Brandenburg took all of this.
Yep.
I wouldn't be surprised if Brandenburg will try again and take over this and pretty much have the entire Baltic under his control.
Probably, yeah.
Wouldn't be surprising.
I'm surprised, though, they didn't deal with Russia and, like, split up Poland.
Yeah, I still have no idea. What's this? Is this England?
Great Britain.
Oh, yeah, Great Britain. Formed out of...
Not to be confused with England. It was Scotland that formed.
It was actually not to be confused with English Great Britain, but a Scottish Great Britain.
Yeah.
Because reasons, I guess. So let's take a look here at our patch notes. Not really all that interesting stuff this week, really. Looking here, fixed a MP bug where all players got control over the same country when anyone chooses to play as a released colony.
Yeah.
All players.
That happened, I think, before.
Every single one of them. So if you were playing with 26 people and you wanted to play as a released colony, every single one of those 26 people would play as a single nation.
Yeah, I think that's what happened when the...
once again, beta will be beta. This is all very, very much in beta.
Yeah.
For those guys that are wondering, it's Wealth of Nations. We're showing this off for pretty much the very first time. The wars aren't really all that interesting anymore. Aragon is still at war down there, but oh, come on. Excuse me while I ban this person here. Thank you. Let's see here. What else do we have? There's a big problem with observers not being able to start games anymore. That will be fixed next week, I believe. Let's see. Enforced fleet basing and military unites. That's already...
Yeah, it's handy.
Yeah, that is pretty handy. How about you go over them? And
yeah, let's see.
Yeah, let's see what we actually have here, because I didn't have time to highlight anything due to the reasons that I've had a very, very hectic morning. The less we say about that, the better, really. But yeah, the world itself is beautiful and it's large. There's so much going on as well. In all honesty, when we're looking at wars here, there's the HRE actually has this absolutely massive swath of territory. Brandenburg has pretty much added everything. Great Britain is now part of the Holy Roman Empire. Spain hasn't opted to join just yet, but most of France, or at least formerly known as France, is now part of the Holy Roman Empire. Bavaria is joining. Poland's joined. And we actually, there's actually some new limitations when it comes to the Holy Roman Empire. It is pretty much limited to the borders of Europe. So for future reference, what you see down here with Aragon having this piece of territory in the Holy Roman Empire, I don't think that will be possible anymore in the future.
It's not.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't really find it, but in the patch notes mostly like convenience fixes. No really interesting feature changes to talk about since last week.
I'm actually so sad that Brandenburg didn't go for any particular war stuff that they didn't get for.
Do you think we're going to see Prussia this session?
I hope so. He's been saying nothing but wanting the Great Prussia for weeks now. So, and he was claiming that he is supposed to be the loose cannon of Europe, and I can totally understand that. And in the meantime, the Netherlands, which I still think is going to be the person that's going to win this entire session, is expanding like crazy. Yeah. We look here at the territory as well, or at least what they've been building so far. Where is the building map mode? If you look at like treasuries, they're all over the place. But they were actually talking last week about what they've been building, and they've been building quite a lot, or at least they were thinking about building more naval arsenals. Because if you look at their fleet limit for the Netherlands, it is actually somewhere around 311.